Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you all how I did these layered mini twists on my hair. So if you love having hairstyles that last for a couple of weeks or longer, trust me, this is the hairstyle for you. Of course, I am starting off on freshly washed and conditioned hair, and here's what my hair looks like. It is mostly detangled, but I still will have to do some detangling. I went ahead and sectioned my hair off camera. I have two sections in the front, and the entire back section is split into two. That top section in the crown of my head, we will break that into two sections later on, but for now we're just going to work on the back section. So after spritzing my hair with some water, I am going in with the Dew Cream, and I really love using this product because it has a very thick consistency. Although it is very thick, in the first 5 ingredients it doesn't have like a lot of heavy oils and butters, so it's not the main ingredients for the moisture that it gives your hair. But I am just working it thoroughly throughout the section. As you all can see, in this section it is a lot of hair, so I will break it up to make sure that every single strand is coated. And of course you do want to go in and detangle. You want to start from the ends and then work your way up until it is smooth and you can see that the curls are getting defined. So I had no idea how many twists I was going to do, but I knew I wanted them to be small and full. So I split the entire section in half, and then the other half I split in half. So I am going to do 2 flat twists per small section, okay? And I'm going to use the mousse to add a little bit of hold and shine, okay? So in total, because if you're like me, I like to count my twists, I am doing 8 twists in this entire back section back here, okay? And I am going to make sure that I twist very tightly and make sure that the hair is very detangled. So as I get to the ends, you all may see that I bring out the brush again because I want this style to look as smooth as possible. If it feels like you are twisting too tight, it is okay because it is a flat twist. It will naturally loosen up on its own. And don't forget to coil those ends. And we are going to repeat this process in the entire back section. Again, the reason why I split this back section up into so many sections is because I wanted to make sure that the twists were even, because sometimes if we have more twists on one side, it can look more full than the other. And because I am going to be wearing this hairstyle in the middle part, I wanted it to look as even as possible. Here's what the back section looked like. Again, I had 8 twists, 4 on each side, okay? Now we're moving on to the top section above it, and I told you all that that big section I did go ahead and split in half, okay? So I am moisturizing it because as you see, it needed a little bit of moisture, okay? So I'm just gonna work those products through. But when I get ready to separate this section, I am not separating it down the middle because we don't want to have that middle part because trust me, it's annoying, okay? So I am going to repeat these flat twists and my same routine with moisturizing and then detangling, and then following up with a very small but tight and defined twist. If you were wondering, this hairstyle does take less time than doing mini twists, and if you ask me, I feel like it lasts just as long if you do them neatly and if you moisturize your hair very carefully and thoroughly. So I will say, with filming time, it probably took me an hour and 45 minutes to do this style. If I did not have to film, I probably could easily take 20 minutes off of that time. So very quick and easily, especially compared to my wash and go. So if I I were to do a wash and go on my hair, typically it takes about a good 45 minutes to an hour. However, my wash and goes do not typically last 2 weeks, so this is definitely a new style that I will definitely be adding into rotation, especially over the summer, because honey, it is like very, very free. You don't have to worry about styling your hair in the morning, and when it gets old, you can easily change it into a twist out. And I am finishing this row off with 11 flat twists. So to recap, we have 8 on the first row, 11 on this row, and this is what those two sections look like. As you can see, I don't have an annoying middle part, and they are not overlapping each other but falling into the parts. Now I am moving on to that third row, which is typically going to look like an awkward section. However, I did 7 flat twists in that section at the top, okay? This section is probably going to be very important because you want it to look flat and not poofy, okay? So 7 and 8 is 15, and 15 plus 11 is 26. So 26 flat twists in the back. Now we are moving to the front. This is going to be a little bit more simpler, and it will be faster, okay? Because when you're working in the front, you get to see everything that you are doing. On this row on the side, I am doing 4 flat twists, okay?
We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance.
Now we are moving on to the row above that section, and in this row I will be doing 5, okay? 5 flat twists in this section. So on each side of your head in the front, you will have 9 flat twists in each section. And of course, you want to make sure that you continue to moisturize your hair. I will say that I did want to make sure that I focus a lot on putting mousse on my roots, because it will really help the style look as sleek as possible, and it will minimize the frizz, okay? So just make sure that you are picking up small pieces of hair and twisting very tightly.
And it's hard to move, think I'm stuck on you. We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance.
While you have the mousse out, it won't hurt to go ahead and lay those edges, okay? I am a sucker for mousse now. I prefer to lay down my edges with mousse rather than edge control, because it has like a softer hold and I don't feel like I am putting much tension on my hair, so I just really like using mousse. So if you have time, sit up under a hooded dryer for at least 20 minutes or use a handheld blow dryer. And here's what your hair will look like once it is dry. It looks very moisturized, and honestly, you all, like I said before, I am loving this hairstyle and would definitely do it again. As always, I hope you all enjoyed the video and found it useful, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. See ya!